Hi everyone, in this video we are going to practice converting from different units of energy, so joules, calories, and so on and so forth. A couple of the questions are a little bit silly, a little bit health nut-like, so sorry about that. But if you can do these questions, then you can absolutely do the hard ones when we talk about more things like coal and more difficult topics. So the first thing is about French fries, okay? Let's do this question together. How many scientific calories are in a medium serving of French fries? So assume this serving is about 117 grams, and then we're going to tell you that about 100 grams of French fries has 312 calories, capital C. Go. All right, did you get an answer? Hopefully you did, and all you had to do was start with this number right here, because that's what's unique to the problem. So we know that we have 117 grams of French fries in a medium serving. They tell us that in 100 grams of French fries, it's about equivalent to 312 nutritional calories, capital C. Now, it is asking us, the question is, to determine the scientific calories. So we know that in 1 calorie, nutritional calorie, we have 1,000 scientific calories. And so that's it. Our grams cancel out, our big calories cancel out, and we're left with scientific calories. If you put that in your calculator properly, you should end up with an answer something like 365,040 scientific calories, okay? A lot of scientific calories in a medium serving of French fries. So now the question is, how many joules of energy are in a large serving of French fries? So again, let's assume 100 grams of French fries is 312 nutritional calories, and assume that a large serving is about 154 grams. Go. All right, did you get an answer? Hopefully you did, but if you didn't, that's okay. Just like with the previous problem, you want to start with what they give you, what is unique to this problem. And so we know that we're starting with a large serving of French fries, so we're going to start with 154 grams. Just like before, we need to convert from grams of French fries to calories. Now they only give us our nutritional calories, so we're going to have to start with that. From here, we can go from nutritional calories to scientific calories. So we know 1 nutritional calorie is equal to 1,000 scientific calories. And then the last step is the easiest step, where we just go from calories to energy. But you needed to recall that 1 scientific calorie is equivalent to 4.184 joules of energy. Now, on an exam, this conversion for you right here would be given to you, but because we're doing this kind of as practice, I'm hoping it's something that A, you already have memorized, or B, you have in your notes right in front of you, okay? But on an exam, please know I will always, always, always give you those type of constants. All right, so now, if you plug this in your calculator correctly, you should have 154 times 312 times 1,000 times 4.184, divide that all by 100, and if you do that properly, you get an answer of 2.01 times 10 to the 6th joules of energy. So a giant, giant, giant amount of energy is needed, or how much you need to actually burn in order to get rid of all of that nastiness, deliciousness that you just put into your body. All right, so now, moving up, if you're going to have French fries, you absolutely need to have a Frosty from Wendy's, okay? You have to put the French fries into the frosting, absolutely delicious. Now, let's figure out how many kilojoules of energy are in 16 ounces of Frosty from Wendy's. So now here are your 2 conversions given to you. So now go ahead and try to figure this question out. Go ahead. All right, did you get an answer? Hopefully you did. What you have to do is start with the one unique piece, which is unique to this question. So for this one, it's 16 ounces of a Frosty. So we're going to do 16 ounces here. We're going to assume that 1 ounce is equivalent to 28.3495 grams. But now that we're in grams, we can very quickly go from grams all the way to kilojoules of energy, just like we've been doing in our previous problems. So we know for this one that we have about 100 grams of a Frosty. It only has about 132 nutritional calories, so it's much better for you than something like French fries would be. But then we have 1 nutritional calorie is equal to 1,000 scientific calories, almost there. Once we have in calories, we can go from 1 calorie to joules, so 4.184 joules of energy. But this question actually asks us to report in kilojoules, so we can just take this one step further since we're already in this method. We know that there are 1,000 joules of energy in every 1 kilojoule. So if you put this all in your calculator correctly, so 16 times 28 times 132 times 1,000 times 4.184 divided by 100 divided by 1,000, you end up with an answer that is something like 2,505 kilojoules of energy for 1 small Frosty. Whew, that's a lot. All right, let's do one more question, but let's actually have it relate to combustion and coal and all that fun, exciting stuff. So we have to move away from fast food. But now let's assume you have about 30 kilograms of coal, and we're trying to burn it and see how much energy is released. given the fact that 1 gram of coal typically releases about 30 kilojoules of energy. So how much energy is released? All right, did you get an answer? Hopefully you did. If you didn't, that's okay. This is our first one that actually applies to chemistry. I know the fast food's really fun, but we can still deal with coal. So let's start with what we know, which is 29 kilograms of coal. So 29.74 kilograms of coal. We know for every 1 kilogram of coal, we have 1,000 grams of coal. Now I'm converting it directly from kilograms to grams because our conversion was given to us in grams. If I went directly from kilograms to kilojoules, we would be off by a factor of 1,000, and that would be terrible. So now that we're in grams, what I'm going to do is use this conversion. So we have 1 gram of coal here, releases about 30 kilojoules of energy, and now we're done because the question says how much energy is released. It's telling us right here we're in a unit of energy. So all you have to do is put this in your calculator now, and if you get a giant number, something like 892,200 kilojoules of energy. So that's a lot. That's almost a billion joules of energy. So this is really a really big number, okay? All right, so now again, this is release. This would be an exothermic reaction, so just keep that in the back of your mind. Hopefully this is starting to make more sense. If it doesn't, you just need to do a couple more problems and just practice going from grams to joules or maybe even calories to joules, but just get very, very comfortable with these units and start to kind of pick up on the patterns, okay? Good luck. Take care of yourself. Have a great week.